right, welcome everybody. It's another exciting edition of Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And Coach, I got to be honest with you. I know we just started with football. Well, when I saw that alley-oop slam dunk there on the basketball thing, man, I'm getting basketball already.
Well, it'll be coming soon. You can rest assured of that.
Coach Sean Wood says, man, I got it this year, man.
Yeah, I think that team is going to improve a lot. I got a chance to peep in while they were working out, and you can just see the difference in talent from last year to this year. And more than, I guess what I'm trying to say, his type of guys. He plays a certain way, so I'm very excited about that.
And you know what I'm excited about, too? Volleyball has started.
Oh, yeah.
Over at Atlanta. She was in Atlanta. Coach Jacobs and her team was in Atlanta.
Played well.
Yep.
Played well. And we actually stepped out there and took another level of competition out there. And I think that's really, really good for our volleyball program. But I think that, and I always said this, that I'm excited about our participation with our fans at our volleyball matches. I think Seymour Gym is a place that has a great environment for that sport, and I'm looking for some very exciting things from Coach Jacobs and her crew.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You know, I've been with football season starting. I start in the morning and I go all the way to the evening before I'm so stiff and sitting in my office chair I can't even go. But when their first meet at right here in Southern University, I will be there. I can't wait to see that slant, that
Well, y'all had some
spiking.
type of deal going at one point about somebody spiking in your face or something, right?
I wanted to happen.
What happened on that?
I mean, it may probably still happen. I mean, now I might wind up being TV. I won't do TV for about a month.
Well, you better be careful with that bet because she got some mean spikes on her team.
I know.
Yeah.
Coach, we had that game won with McNeese State on the stat sheet, but the game is won on the football field. Coach Odoms was disappointed, as all of us. The team was obviously disappointed. 5 turnovers in that ball game. But, well, let's talk about that first of all. But still a very good showing against McNeese State.
Yeah, no question about it. I think, I guess you want to be careful how you say we played well because, stat-wise we did a good job, but we didn't come out with the victory. But I think, sometimes we get, I call it coaching ammunition.
Yeah.
And he's going to be able to use that for this week and the weeks to come because we know we got the type of team that we all are excited about and encouraged about that I think is championship caliber. So I'm pretty sure he and his staff have the tone set for practice and then be ready for our next outing.
No question about that. And how impressive was this? The Jaguar Nation came out big time. You know, McNeese, I know McNeese going to be calling you pretty soon to ask, hey, can you come back again? The official biggest attendance in McNeese State history, 20,437. The Grambling game they had in 2004 at 20,300. We beat them by about 137. We have the largest crowd at UL Lafayette, the largest crowd you were telling me at Northwestern, the third largest crowd at UL Lafayette, and I believe the largest crowd as well at UAPB.
Yeah, so, I'm kind of walking around and seeing what's going on. And so I did speak with some of McNeese officials. And what happens is that they center their games. They bring a lot of their alum groups, basketball groups, baseball groups there back that day. And they often generate a large crowd of their fans as well. And then when we bring over 10,000 people, it ended up being a great number.
Yep.
And so we make people excited about us coming in town. And I think that's the legacy of Jaguar Nation, and I applaud that legacy. But I'm also talking about that we need to have those type of numbers at home. Here's the problem, and I keep saying that, is that Jaguar Nation going to have to show out because nobody don't bring 10,000 to us.
No.
And so we help them make their number, but no one help us make our number. And so we need to look at that, and just like we travel well, we want to go into our own stadium well.
Right. I mean, you got so much stuff when you come to a home game at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Not only, as I mentioned, Coach Dawson Odoms is 23-8 at home. 23-8. In the last 11 games, he has won 10 of those 11 games. That's pretty impressive at home, so that's big time. You see the Human Jukebox. By the way, McNeese put them, this is how much they respect the Human Jukebox. Instead of going first like most visitors do, they went last at halftime. So you're seeing that. You're seeing a good product on the field, plus all the tailgating and all the stuff that Southern University offers. I tell you, one of the best tailgating spots right there, all around in between F.G. Clark Activity Center and A.W. Mumford Stadium.
No question about it. And, and we're going to, we got some events planned to make sure that everyone is enjoying themselves. And so, we have been known to come out early and on Fridays, the RVs start pulling up, people start tailgating, which we all enjoy. And so I just want to make sure that we take that same spirit into the stadium while we do our job as the University Athletic Department, put some other events around tailgating where we all can enjoy. The block party is going to be good. We're going to have live music and DJs and different groups where everybody can assemble a couple of hours before the game right there in front of the field house and kind of have a pep rally going into the stadium. We're going to try to do this Jaguar walk where we make sure that everyone get a chance to see the team as they walking from the cafeteria right into the stadium this year. So we have a lot going on. I mean, we have stuff for kids. We got, believe it or not, a petting zoo we're going to have where you can come in there and shoot some hoops by the tennis court.
Oh, cool.
So we got a lot of things that's going on this year.
That's right. And, I was going to start saying Lakeside, but Denise said if I did, she was going to throw one of these Overtime Series coffee mugs at me, Roman Banks.
It's all the way live, huh?
Ooh, and not some imitation Lakeside either.
Yeah.
This is the original Lakeside. It's going to be the F.G. Clark Activity Center. That's on Friday the 13th, next Friday.
So, as we cross up between this 1000 and this 1001, we're going to kick off our home game, the P. Richardson Classic, with the extravaganza. And the extravaganza is the purpose of bringing everyone out to have this exciting time before the first football game. And so we're going to enjoy the sounds of Lakeside, and we have a local artist, Tyree Neal, who do a pretty good job of his own, come from a musical family. And so we're excited about what we're putting in place. And I wish that people will really attend this event, because this is another way while we party with a purpose, get excited about the season, but also do a fundraiser for our student athletes. And so you can call the ticket office at 225-771-3171 and go ahead and come in and get those tickets. We have reserved seating, table 8 for $700, where you can come in and you have free food and drinks with that area on the floor, VIP. And of course, we do have general admission seating. So this is a special event that we've been creating the last few years, and I'm excited about it. So I hope that everyone can come out, start purchasing tickets for it, and come in and all come together, and let's have this big exciting match before we come on Saturday and win that ball game.
No question about that. And again, like you said, all the money goes to the athletic department. You got to keep these athletic programs going. Coach wants to add more teams to Southern University, more sports. And to do that, we have to have that money continuing to come in.
Well, golf is supposed to come in 2021, and so we have to create that revenue for golf. We want to do some other things as it relates to other sports coming in town and coming to Southern University. So I'd like to get up to that 18 sport level, give us a chance to really win that cup. Most schools in our league, the Jackson States and Alabama States and Prairie View, they have that many sports. And I just think Southern's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to outdo Southern, not just in the SWAC, but across this state. And so that's my goal. And so we're going to do what we need to do to put our best foot forward, to encourage people to give and donate with a purpose.
No question about that. So do that again. That is coming up next Friday, the 13th, and you can go to the website, get more details with that, Go Jag Sports, and you can also go call the ticket office and get information with that. When we come back, Coach Jacobs took her team to Hotlanta.
Coach Jacobs.
We'll talk about that coming up right here in just a moment as we continue its Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here. We're at Scoreboard's Restaurant right here on Coursey Boulevard. We'll be back in just a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Ram pickups. We'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Ram Power Days.
All 19 Ram Bighorn pickup trucks, $11,000 off.
That's right. All 19 Bighorns in stock, $11,000 off.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K-12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and we've got Coach Jacobs in the house.
Oh, good to see you.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Great. How things going? First of all, the season started. I know you're excited about that. Started in Hotlanta.
It did. We are excited to be able to play at the ACC level, to be on the ACC network, and to compete against some top-level teams.
That's right, and that's big too when you're on that, and the ACC network just started.
Yes.
And and when you're on that helps in recruiting when people can see, hey, I can go to Southern University and play on their level just like they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so played Georgia Tech, ACC opponent.
Yes.
Also played Long Beach State and UNC Asheville.
Yes. So our first match was against UNC Asheville, and we came out a little flat, and then we kind of regrouped really fast. And we went point for point with them. We were up 23-17 and just had some mental errors. So, yeah, and so we lost the set 25-23, which, just kind of hurt knowing that you can win, and it's just finding a way to win. And so I told them, for the next set, don't be upset. Let's just go out there and let's continue to compete. And at that level, you have to compete point after point. Not like it. Our game is in runs, and if you can have a long run, you're going to fare well. But we had too many missed serves, and so it's just things that we have to work on for practice and going into the next tournament. So,
how long does it take in the season for your team to get knowing, okay, hey, this ain't practice no more. We got to get in and get going. How long does it take them to start gelling?
I would say a good 2 to 3 tournaments. We start defining roles, and so right now nobody really knows what role they're in, who's going to be the outside, who's going to be the lead middle blocker, and who's going to set, and libero, and everybody's still competing and fighting for those jobs.
And you got big tournaments coming up. You've got going to be over in Arlington, Texas at the UT Arlington tournament on Friday, September the 6th. That's this weekend, Friday and Saturday. You've got 3 matches in those 2 days. UNCG, also Incarnate Word, and UT Arlington.
Yes, and we're excited because we'll have a lot of alumni come out and support us, and it was just like that in Atlanta. So every city we hit, we make sure to contact the alumni chapter and get them out there to come support us.
Yeah, and then get ready because, and like we mentioned too, like you just said, we have a large Dallas alumni base, and we'll see them coming up as well too. when we play Texas Southern in football in the Cotton Bowl. But also the New Orleans tournament on Friday, September 13th. So the very next week, you'll be in the New Orleans tournament against Mercer, then Tennessee State, and then UNO.
Yes. And we're excited about that because that's more on our level, if you will, and our kids will feel a lot more confident. It's interesting how they will compete up to a certain point against non-conference opponents, and then when we get in the SWAC, it's a battle.
Yeah.
And they're ready to compete, and I'm trying to get them to the point where they're competing against any and everybody.
And that'll be coming up soon on Friday, September 27th, at the end of this month. It's the SWAC West Volleyball Roundup at Prairie View, Texas. Alcorn State, Alabama A&M, Jackson State, Alabama State, Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah, we'll play 5 matches in 3 days, and
Wow.
all of them count towards our record. And we just got to go out there and compete at a very high level every single day. So our conditioning, everything we're doing up until that point is important.
What do you feel good about your team right now?
Our defense looks really good. We're still getting into the flow of it, but that's one of the things that all of the teams we competed against this past weekend said, wow, they thought they were going to get some shots down, and our kids just got under the ball. And it was really good to see them chase balls down and really not give up. And that's what we expect.
Now, what do you wish that this team got better on?
Just their confidence. Because if we got blocked, you could see some of the girls kind of lose a little confidence. But, I just told them, hey, you can there are different ways to score. You don't have to pound the ball every single time. So it's getting back in the gym this week and working on those different components of the game and helping them understand how those different components, and if we keep teams off balance, that's going to help us.
All right, you want to know the difference between a tough coach and somebody like me who don't play sports anymore? My watch is perfect, hers is all crap.
Oh,
you
God,
see?
really?
Unbelievable. Look, unbelievable. Well, Mr. Romy was asking when you're going to be at home, and that's just a little over a month away.
Yeah, we want to get it right before we come home, and we already know we're going to have a huge crowd because we've been out there talking to everyone, and they're really getting a lot of people involved, and they're promoting our sport, and it's going to be fun.
Yep, that's going to be on Sunday, October the 6th at Clifford Seymour Gymnasium. Texas Southern will be there on that Sunday at 5 p.m. and then the very next day, Monday, Prairie View A&M. So
Yes.
the Texas 2 swing will be right here with us, and it's a 6 o'clock game. No question about that. That ought to be a fun game too.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, no question about that. Then, Coach, what are your vibes so far as far as the SWAC goes? Your teams to beat this year, you think?
Every team is the team to beat. Everyone comes out and they play Southern University their hardest. I mean, they are out for blood every time you use, and it doesn't matter really what sport. It's every time they see Southern University on the calendar, they want to beat us, and our job is to stop them from doing that.
Right, and then you'll be close to my home after you play Grambling at Clifford Seymour. Again, Grambling, we always want to beat Grambling. I don't care if it's in chess. We always want to beat Grambling. Sunday, October 13th at 5 p.m. Right there at Clifford Seymour Gymnasium. Then on Tuesday, October the 15th, you'll be right close to me. I'm going to that game, and I'll wear my Southern colors all the way through Southeastern. That'll be in Hammond.
That's right. They came to us last year, and we beat them in 5, and they have a new coach. So our job is to go out there and just compete, get as much information on them as possible before we go out there and meet them. But
how important do you feel it is to play in-state schools like that?
I think it's really important. It helps our kids understand that they can compete at any level no matter where they are. And when we are able to beat an in-state school, it just makes it that much greater for us.
Right. And then
Sweet.
2.5 hours down the road in Jackson, Mississippi on Friday, October 25th, they'll be at the SWAC East Volleyball Roundup. Jackson, Mississippi against Mississippi Valley State, Alcorn State, Alabama State, A&M, and also Jackson State. Coach, you weren't lying. I mean, to tell you, you've got a lot of games coming up, and that's at the end of October 26th. We'll be here before you know it.
I know.
I mean, a lot of matches.
You know, we have to get it right before we can get into the tournament, and we have to win a lot of matches and get our kids confident and get them solidified in their roles. So, you know, we want to give them a lot of opportunities to get it right.
And then the final game will be at Grambling as well. That's on Sunday, November the 10th, the final match. Arkansas Pine Bluff at Clifford Seymour Gymnasium on Thursday, November the 7th, and at Prairie View again Monday, November the 4th, and also in Houston, Texas at Texas Southern on November the 3rd. Then the SWAC volleyball tournament will be held on Friday, November 22nd and the 24th. That's the weekend before Thanksgiving. And it'll be in Inabena, Mississippi. I haven't had an opportunity to go to that new gymnasium, but I've seen pictures of it. It looks nice.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. And we competed there last year. This year, it was a good opportunity to play all, you know, as far as we were able to get in the SWAC tournament, which was the semifinal match, and we didn't fare well. And this year, it's our duty to get to that championship game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and we talked about bringing more sports and what have you. There's a lot of teams that are bringing sand volleyball. Will we ever see that at Southern University?
Well, we talked about it. Coach Banks has brought it up a number of times, and I'm just saying, bring it.
Yeah, you know, and Coach, you know what? I always said that if I had a popular sports bar, if I had a popular sports bar restaurant, I would have a sand volleyball pit somewhere in the back or on the side. People love playing that.
They do.
I love watching it on the Olympics. It's become a great sport.
It's a lot harder than it looks. I can assure you.
To jump in that sand?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it would be hard. To big time, and I'd love to see that. So we kind of think maybe it might happen or what?
That's up to Coach Banks.
Or there's some in the SWAC right now?
Not in the SWAC, not that I know of.
So you wouldn't compete in the SWAC, you compete
Another.
like LSU has one, a couple of other teams and stuff like that. I'd love to see that. That would be a lot of fun.
It would.
All right, so once again, you got an opportunity. Come on by. There's going to be plenty of matches at Clifford Seymour Gymnasium with the volleyball team. And Coach Vanessa Jacobs will have her team going, no question about that. And again, don't forget, they're going to be right there in New Orleans. That is going to be next weekend against Mercer, Tennessee State, and UNO. That game is going to be right there in New Orleans. What arena will it be at? UNO?
Yes.
It's going to be at UNO right there on the lakefront, not hard to find. So go by and see them. That is next week. Coach Jacob, always great to see you.
Wonderful.
And look at that watch, man. All right, when we come back, we're also going to be talking another sport. It's cross country. We're talking with cross country right here, coming up right here. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment. We're right here at Scoreboards Restaurant. Come on, I think I'm having the blackened shrimp salad today. I think that's what I'm going to have tonight. That is always very good. I know Coach Roman will have those bread pudding going big time right there in just a moment. Back in a moment right here. This is Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. great food. That's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here at Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard, and we are here for the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And, you know, we've got Coach White here, Tremaine White here, and you want to get fired up one day, go to Coach Rodney's office. Coach Rodney is here in the house. He's got Rocky Balboa, and right there on the steps in Philadelphia, got him like this. A nice little picture of Rocky Balboa. I just watched those six shows just a moment ago, and that'll get you fired up.
That's motivation right there.
He's got all kind of pictures on his wall. He and Coach Banks, I think, are having a competition to see who can put most pictures on their wall. Coach Rodney is in the house. They all got big rings too. You know that?
Yeah, we got to get some more rings.
Yes, indeed. The Jaguar Invitational is coming up, and that is this Saturday over at Jaguar at West Feliciana. And Coach, tell us exactly where it's going to be. First of all.
It's going to be at West Feliciana Park. This is actually my 10th year at Southern University, and it's the first time we're actually having a cross-country meet. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have 5 teams there. Grambling is going to be there. Alcorn State is going to be there. Nichols is going to be there. And Louisiana College, of course, the Southern University is going to be there.
Right. And you know, I mean, and those teams all are, you know, pretty much acclimated to the weather.
Right.
And stuff of that nature. And I want to look right now. Our forecast coming up for that looks pretty sunny. Sunny with a very slight chance and 10% chance of rain, but heat index in triple digits.
Yeah.
So how does that factor into the meet?
Well, it's not going to be bad. Actually, we're going to start off at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, so it's going to actually be good for the kids.
But it's 99% humidity at that time.
Yeah, but they've been practicing at that time and everything, and I think they're going to perform well in that condition.
Right. I've asked you, does that give us an advantage? I mean, for teams, I mean, not, you know, obviously taking on Grambling because they go through the same thing, but I mean, it's like I've had players tell me from Houston area that if they think Houston has as much humidity as Louisiana, get out. It's not even close.
Yeah, I always tell everybody Louisiana is a great place to train and, you know, do all those types of things. And Louisiana is a great place, and, you know, our kids have a chance to, you know, compete in that and train in that type of condition, and so we're ready.
All right, let's talk about combined cross-country schedule. After that, on September the 21st, you'll have a couple of weeks off. Then you're going to Nichols State, Thibodaux, Louisiana.
We're going to be down in Thibodaux, down the bayou.
That's right. You talk like you down in the bayou.
Yeah.
And then the LSU Invitational in Baton Rouge on Friday, September 27th, just a week later.
Yeah, it's going to be a good deal because you know, our kids just be gearing up and really, you know, ready to really put some good times in about around that time of the season. You know, the season that goes pretty quickly, but we're going to get them off going well. Starting off with the first meet, and about week 3 they should be ready.
That's right. Then it's the Watson Ford Invitational in Clinton, Mississippi on Saturday, October the 5th. Then the SWAC Conference in Clinton, Mississippi on the 21st. So you'll leave Clinton, Mississippi and go right back to Clinton,
Mississippi.
But
we love to do that. I mean, conference championship is in Clinton, Mississippi. So we get the kids out there to get the feel of the course and what it seems going to be like when they come down to the conference meet. But we like to get to that venue before, we're going to compete on, for conference.
Right, and then obviously if we can make it to the NCAA Regional Championship in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is a very good track program.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't understand this. When you look at most national championships in the SEC overall sports, they think it's Alabama, they may think it's Kentucky, it's Arkansas, and because of all the track championships they've won.
Right. Arkansas got a rich tradition with track and field, cross country, and everything, and it'd be fun to make it out there, for those kids to compete on that championship course.
Yeah, no question about that. So let's talk about what the team's got right now. What you have as far as your strong runners.
We're bringing back some kids that's upperclassmen. We got on our guys' side. We got Nixon. We got Keyshawn Jarvis that's going to lead our lower class guys. We brought in the transfer on the guys' team, Talon James. We got Nick Scott. Those kids been running every morning and they be hitting their times. They be doing everything I ask them to do. And on the women's side, we have Sydney Minor, that's one of our leaders. She did really well for us last year, and we brought in the transfer Shantae Griffin. We have Nina Gilbert. She's a freshman for us. She's going to be pretty good too. So we're pretty excited for the kids that we have, and what's going to be in store for them this year. I'm looking for some great things and see some great times, and hopefully we can bring home that big ring you was talking about.
Yeah,
with Coach
that's right.
Banks and Coach K has over there.
Yeah, that's right. Now, what does it feel like for you also to have a guy like Cleo Fields to donate a bus to Southern University, and finally have a Southern University bus that has the Southern logo on it?
Yeah, that's huge for us. That's always a great deal. When people like of his caliber, contribute to us and understand that, what our student athletes need and everything as far as our traveling and everything like that. That's just a great situation for us. That's just one bus that we have to, rent or something like that on our back end, and we can get it. We got our own, so we could use that for such occasions as taking our student athletes to track meets and other athletic events.
And you were the Shagathon. You were so, set back and saying stuff like, there's so many programs need this and that. But seriously, what would you like to have on your program? Because there's so many fundraisers going on right now. What does your teams need to continue to compete on a good level?
We always could use a lot. There's a lot that we could use. But if I had to put that one thing out there, like it's kind of hard to say, but man, you put me in a tough spot right now. But our kids. Academics is always a big thing. I always say, because you got to be a student, before you're an athlete. We don't have that side of it, which we're doing a great job with that right now. But
shoes. How many shoes you go through?
Oh, shoes.
Just for this combined cross-country season, how many shoes will your team go through?
And those kids can go through 5 or 6 pair of shoes in a year, because they put so many mileage on the shoe. So once they get to a certain amount of miles with their shoe, it's time for them to get them another shoe. And the reason why you got to change those shoes, those kids could have injuries and everything like that. It could be Achilles, knee.
That I was
back,
just about to say that.
So it could be a lot of things that could happen. With those kids if they don't really change up their shoes. But we could use a lot, but. Like, shoes is a great thing too. That's one big thing.
And these shoes have to be light. They're just not regular tennis shoes.
No, they're just not regular tennis shoes.
These shoes have to be light for them.
Yeah, they have to be light, and then another thing is those soles in it.
Yeah.
Like the soles and stuff in the shoes for those kids that's running. That's a major thing too, because sometimes you might have to give a kid a bigger shoe because they're running and doing a lot of running, and they just might need a different sole in there for really make it through.
And even just walking, I know when I don't have enough support in my shoes, there's some cheap shoes that I bought, and I use them to cut my grass or what have you, and they don't have enough support in the shoe itself. My Achilles starts just, you can feel it stretching.
Yeah.
And that's something. Look, I had an ACL injury, and had ripped my knee to shreds, and they told me that's nothing compared to an ACL injury. To a Achilles tendon injury.
Man, that's huge. Those shoes with those kids wear, like what I noticed, like a lot of injuries start from the feet. So if you don't have really good shoes on, that could have a lot. Those kids could take a lot of trips to the training room.
So come Monday, October 21st, if we make it to the NCAAs on November 15th, how long do you have off before you start getting ready for spring?
Well, those kids will have like a week off, and it's time to get ready for indoor track.
What?
Yeah, so basically, cross country is like a big base for them for track too.
Yeah.
So it works hand in hand, but you got to keep those kids into it. You got to keep them going and going and going. But we take breaks when it's time, but we got to just keep moving.
Like for finals, they get that week off for the finals?
They get the week off for finals. They get the week off for finals and everything. And we don't do as much, but if they could come out and do a little something, we let them go. But during the December time, they got to keep going. Some may be on campus, some may be at home in other states or other countries, but we got to keep training.
All right, Termine White. Coach, thank you so much, my friend.
All right, thank you.
And you got the better Cajun accent than I do. I don't have a good as Cajun accent as this guy. White Castle, right? Am I right? Donaldsonville, which is the same thing right now.
Close.
No, yeah. He'll get me for that. All right, when we come back, we're going to be talking more as we continue our program right here from the Scoreboards Restaurant. Come on out, get you a nice cold one, or you can watch. There's several TVs that you can watch all kind of sports. We've got a volleyball game going on right now. Of course, the big game, Thursday night football. Tomorrow night will be what's the night? Wednesday night already?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night's the first game of the National Football League. Saints will be playing here Monday Night Football against the Houston Texans. I'll be at the arena. You can be right here, feel that you're in the arena at Scoreboards and get some delicious food right here, no question, and your coldest beverage and what have you. That's all right here at Scoreboards Restaurant. I understand that the blackened shrimp pasta is unbelievable.
Okay.
So if you didn't try something yet, you got to try that.
I'm gonna tell my wife to try it because I
blackened shrimp pasta.
Just can't eat the shellfish. I can't have the shellfish.
Man. All right, we'll be back with more. It's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back right here on Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? you ever come to Louisiana.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's overtime here with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Oh, my goodness. I am glad Bree and Joshua did not bring a big cookie from the Great American Cookie Company because I can't resist that cookie. I can't. It's delicious every time. You put a glass of milk right here and said, if a doctor told me, Chris, if you have this, you might see heaven tonight. I'm saying, well, Jesus, I'm coming. I'm on the way. Call them up. Got a spot for me.
In my opinion, the cookies aren't the best part. It's the ice cream. We make all of our ice cream with milk from a local dairy, fresh in the store. So to me, that's something I just can't resist.
You know, and now you're saying that. Of course, this is Great American Cookies and Marble Slab Creamery. First of all, tell everybody where y'all at.
Okay, we're located in Zachary. Our address is 20103 in Old Scenic Highway in Zachary. We're located about a block from where the old Sammy's used to be. It's a new erect building, but we've been there just about a year.
And you all are on the same building, Great American Cookie and the Marble Slab, or next to each other?
They're the same building. We took two totally different franchises and we kind of merged them together. So it's the best of both worlds. We have it all under one roof.
And Bree's right here. How you doing, Bree?
I'm doing well. How are you?
You're not going to be shy on me, are you?
A little bit.
A little bit? I love, you know, the cookie is to die for. There's no question about that. But it's so fun to sit and watch y'all put the ice cream together right there on that slab and take that thing down and mix it all together. The way you mix it, that's like seeing a world-class chef right there putting your meal together.
Yes, in a sense it is. I think we get more enjoyment out of the actual mixing than anything else.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, she does some of that. She got forearms. She got forearms because you got to mix that thing in there.
Oh yeah. It's a form of art, so it's a nice experience.
And you know, there's nothing like it. It's almost all American. To bring the family, if you got one child or got a whole bunch of children, we just did that not long ago. When I was in Oklahoma City, we brought someone to the Marble Slab in Oklahoma City, and I brought my friend's grandchildren there. And when I said, you want to go get some ice cream? They got all excited. What is it about ice cream that kids just go nuts over?
Yeah, I think the kids are probably our biggest selling point. Like, if they see an ice cream, they want it. They typically go really crazy over like all the toppings that you can put in. Like, they come up with some of the craziest combinations, but they really enjoy it the most. So.
But yet, you say the kids enjoy it, but then you have us adults, the mom and the dads, hooked as well, because if you're seeing them get it, it's not like, okay, I want that, and then add that on, gummy bears on that too, and all that stuff, and then you're just acting like a big kid. And then when you taste it, it's like you're a kid again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's awesome. And then for the Great American Cookie, there's nothing like a happy birthday for me when you see that big box, bigger than a pizza box.
That's right.
Come in with that Great American Cookie, and you guys could put anything on that for all celebrations.
Right, yes sir, and it's funny that you bring that up. That's one thing that we're going to actually bring to Mumford Stadium is we're going to sell cookie cake slices at each home game, starting at the first home game of the year. So.
Okay, press box where it says big home radio, and I will talk about you. The football game be going on, and Josh, and I'll be talking about you, brother.
I guarantee you we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Yeah.
No question about that. Everybody likes that. So for parties, is there different sizes can people get for the Great American Cookie?
Definitely. So we really have three sizes. We have a large, which feeds about 40 people. We have kind of a medium, which is a square, it feeds about 30. And then our standard round feeds about 20 people.
And you bring that to them, or they come get it, right?
They come get it, yes.
Yeah, they come get it. And then you can also add ice cream to that too, right?
That's correct. We also do custom ice cream cakes. We have three sizes for that also. We have a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and then also a half sheet.
What's the most popular selling ice cream there is, do you think, at your store, at Marble Slab in Zachary?
I would say it's a tie between vanilla and sweet cream. Like, those two are very popular.
Yeah.
You can't choose just one.
And you know, I haven't had vanilla in a long time, and my son, we went to Marble Slab, and my son said, here, Dad, you want to try it? No, I don't want to try it. Okay, I'll try it. And I tasted that vanilla, and it was like I was a little kid again. I kid you not. It's like a Mike Tyson uppercut that hit me, and I'm like, wow, I haven't had that in forever.
Right.
What makes the difference is, like I said, we make everything right in-house. Nothing that we serve you guys are less than 2 or 3 days old. It's all fresh as far as ice cream is concerned.
And that's big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, you get
can taste
local
the
ice cream, you said?
We get local milk, and we
Milk.
actually make the ice cream. We kind of piece it together in the store, and I think we keep about 20 different flavors right there in the store.
So you
all
make
made
the ice cream right there?
Yes, sir.
correct.
Are you kidding me? I thought y'all just mix it together.
Well, that's what separates the men from the boys when it comes to ice cream. We're not selling you something that we got from a truck. We actually got milk, flavor, and so on and so forth, and we actually make it from scratch.
All right, now I want to be the little kid here.
Okay.
Because I want to come watch and see how this is done. That is neat. I didn't know that.
We can do that. We can do that.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
So you talk about big time fresh. If it's made, it's like the old time. Remember when you used to sit down and watch the? You'd have to stir the ice
That's
cream
it.
thing.
Yes, sir.
So you're doing that basically right there, and I don't have to get my forearms going.
That's right. You just push a button on that. We can make about 4 gallons of ice cream in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I like the old fashioned too. It's not a lot to me. People are doing banana splits anymore. I haven't had a banana split since Jesus roamed here.
We do those as well.
Oh, I know. I'm at your house. I'll be over there at the Great American Cookie Company and Marble Slab tomorrow.
right.
I'll be there tomorrow. What you guys doing tomorrow? How? No.
We'll be there.
I'm always
You'll be
there.
there.
So.
Unbelievable.
Come see us.
So y'all do have banana splits?
We do.
Anything that you can do with cookies and ice cream, we do it. Milkshakes, malts, strawberry shortcake, sundaes, you name it, we pretty much do it. We got about 15 different cookies. You can do an ice cream and cookie sandwich. It doesn't matter. Whatever you can pretty much dream of, we can do it with cookies and ice cream.
All right. And you have a phone number so people can call you, get more information?
It is. It's 225-570-2772.
Right. And every day y'all make ice cream?
About every 2 days.
Every 2 days? Yeah, and you'll just have it right there, all kind of different flavors.
That's right.
That's cool. And just when people come, let's say for instance somebody walks into a store and they say they want this combination, y'all can mix that combination right there. Say if they want a blueberry mint or whatever, a spearmint mint or whatever, and chocolate. You can do that together right there.
Right there, yes sir.
Awesome deal. I like that. It's awesome to meet you, Joshua.
Likewise.
Good to see you, my friend. Bree, you talk so much in this interview, it's unbelievable. Now, are you still nervous? You're not nervous anymore?
No, not anymore.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Bree Rogers and Joshua Collins, thank y'all so much for being here.
Yeah.
And again, you got to go by and see them. Great American Cookie Company, when you want that big cookie cake. Oh, it is so delicious. You got to see that. And then Marble Slab Creamery, they do the mixing right there in front of you. And they make their own ice cream right there in the store. Yeah. They don't have it shipped in some cartons and stuff like that. They do it right there in the store. That's what I call fresh, my man. That's what I'm calling fresh. We come back, Coach Roman Banks will be right here with us again. See, I always calling him Coach. He likes that, Coach Athletic Director. Back in a moment right here as we continue with the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We'll continue right here from Scoreboards Restaurant after this timeout on Pelican Sports TV.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K through 12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Wranglers, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Move and Sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
$3,500 off all Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport S models.
$3,500 off.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here to Scoreboard's Restaurant here on Coursey Boulevard. It is the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. Kind of preseason here. We got a good crowd already in preseason, but we also have basically next week is our first big live show. We're going to have specials here next week.
Next week, bar shrimp, bar crabs, drink specials. So it's our grand opening week next week for the home football game.
That's right, the Pete Richardson Classic. And Coach, the 1,000th game in Southern University history. I know Memphis has made a big deal about it. The Sports Information Department has called me about it and said, man, this is y'all's 1,000th game. Yep. 1918, Southern started playing football, and a lot of people don't know this, but the actual school, Southern University School, started in 1880.
Yeah, so we're going to, even though we're on the road, we're going to transition for the Pete Richardson Classic and do some celebration as it relates to us meeting this milestone of that 1,000 game. So we'll be between the 1,000 and 1,001, but we're going to definitely celebrate it on our home turf and make sure that we are thankful for all the years of service that people that played a part of this athletic program recognize.
All right, well, it's time now to ask the athletic director a question. Tiana is ready for us right now, and you've got Miss Angere. That should be a perfume. You should all be a perfume bottle right there, right? That's a beautiful name.
Put it in a bottle right now.
That's it. Gorgeous name. All right, go ahead, Tiana.
So Ms. Angere Dillon, she's the Director of Student Athletes, Athletic Academic Services, and she has a question for AD Bates.
Good evening. So my question is, what do fans have to look forward to in Season 2 of the Overtime Series?
Season 2 of the Overtime Series. Well, we definitely kicked it off, in Shreveport a couple of weeks ago. And, so this is made to go around and bring our alums together. So I'm very excited. Extravaganza is part of the Overtime Series as well. And we're going to take the show on the road to Dallas, Texas. And we'll celebrate overtime for that Lone Star Classic. And then when we come home, probably the biggest overtime we have is what I call the athletic department giving back. AD Roman Banks giving back to all who support Jaguar Athletics and who was a part of Jaguar Athletics. And so that's a free event for homecoming. It's beginning to be one of the biggest events around. And but it's really a reunion for all of us. And then we'll finish it off very good and big style in New Orleans at Club 44. We think we're going to have a grand time, and so we are very excited about it. And it's not just about generating dollars because it's very minimum cost, but it's about bringing people together and talk about supporting the university for longevity.
No question about that. It's big too. Again, come Right there. And where's the overtime? Is it in the field house?
Overtime for homecoming in the field house.
In the field house, okay.
The extravaganza will be in the mini dome.
Right. And the one in the field house, too, for this overtime series that you get to come by and see Athletic Director Roman Banks and all the people that have gone to Southern University from all over the United States will get an opportunity to come in again for free. But if you want to give $20, you want to give $100 or what have you, you can do that. And I know that
encourage all donations.
That's right. If you give this guy some etouffee like Scoreboard's Restaurant is doing right here, let's take a look at this.
Pretty good, huh?
Is that etouffee? Is that so much crawfish on it, or that's a piece of fish right there?
That's a piece of fish right there with the etouffee surrounding it.
And rice right underneath it.
Right underneath it, soaking it all up.
And then, of course, you got the salad. I'm sure that's for me. And then
that's for me.
The Roman Banks bread pudding.
Overtime bread pudding right here for me.
Oh my goodness, look at that. And look at just swimming with juices.
Oh yeah, that's that rum sauce.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, next week too, are we giving away prizes next week as well?
Giving away prizes. It's going to be a grand opening for us here as we bring back our second round of the overtime series. We're looking for all our supporters to come out and have a great time as we usher right into our first home football game.
No doubt about that. We got Taylor here. I noticed Taylor's here. We've got Travian Scott's in the house. As we mentioned, Coach Rod is in the house. Reggie Flood has made an appearance here. When Reggie Flood makes an appearance, it's always a big deal.
Just so you know that.
So we got everybody here. And
we got everybody. We got all the academic staff in here and compliance. And, you know, this is what we do. And we often talk about it. When we have an event, I always say make sure we support each other, because then we have no excuses to ask others to support us when we're supporting our own selves.
That's right. The big game against the Memphis Tigers. This week, it's the 1,000th game in Southern University history. Kickoff is early, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's only the fourth time in Southern history that a game is kicked off at 11 a.m. in the morning. So get out there early and have yourself a fun time. But please do not miss the Pete Richardson Classic next Saturday at A.W. Mumford Stadium. We'll be out there and having fun. We will celebrate that Southern has faced the 1,000th game against Memphis State. And then when that kicks off, that'll be 1,001. So we'll have fun with that. Coach, always great to see you, my friend.
Always very excited about this season and look forward to a lot of love.
That's right, exactly right. Join us next week. Come out here to Scoreboard's Restaurant and have fun with us next week. This is the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics on Pelican Sports TV.
Go Jags, Overtime Live.